Rob Thompson. All right, this is a reminder, the 5 winners tonight, the 5 people who move on, will be competing in the finals, which is this Wednesday, hosted by Big J Okerson. You guys know Big J Okerson? He's hilarious. If you know Big J, on Wednesday night, we're going to keep coming. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, you ready for your next comedian? Are you ready for your next comedian? Coming to the stage, please give a welcome to Mary Brzezinski.
Good evening. I don't like girl comics either. We'll hustle through this together. I kid. I love performing stand-up comedy. I do. For me, it's really become my version of cutting. Just sort of shows that I can still feel real pain. Which, speaking of pain, I am single, and don't mean to brag. I am, but not for long. No. No, I spent all of last Tuesday at Pep Boys. Let me just say, I had one of the greatest conversations with a gentleman. Yeah. He was like, Pacifically this, Pacifically that. I was so turned on by his passion for the western coast of the United States. It's like, of course you can take me to Olive Garden. It's like, I love Paschetti. Why wouldn't that work out, right? Like, so what that he's 46 with roommates. At least he knows how to share, you know? And ladies, it's true. I do love men with an accent. Just not a Hyundai accent. It's not what they meant. I lived in Philly now for about 8 years, and the area where I live is considered Little Italy. I gotta say, I've learned so much living among the natives. Like, I now only use my outside voice. It's simpler. Sometimes I like to switch the subject and predicate in a sentence. Like, she's pretty, the mom. It's fun. And I will say, I'm not in the nicest area. It's what I can afford at this point. One of the ways I can tell this is by the number of homeless people at my Dunkin' Donuts. Just a shit ton. I think I found a nicer neighborhood though, because at the Dunkin' Donuts there, they don't have any homeless people. They call themselves transients. It's adorable. When I first wrote that and placed the term transient, I originally used the term hobo, until I learned that hobo is actually a shortened version of homeward bound. I was like, no, they're not. Let's be accurate. No, like at the new Dunkin' Donuts, nobody asked me for money. One guy actually asked if I wouldn't mind taking a glance at his resume. I said, of course you can put me down as a reference. Because how amazing would that reference phone call be? Oh, sure. I'll tell you about Coach. He is persistent, not afraid to get his hands dirty. He won't take no for an answer. He's got some amazing riddles. And what's that? No, you know, he welcomes change. It's a lot of fun. I will leave you guys with this. I was just out in Las Vegas. People lose their minds in Vegas. And it starts on the plane ride out there. Like you're drinking your face off. The stewardesses are flashing people for beads. It's like Mardi Gras in the sky. Right? The stewardesses are pretty decked out too. They're pretty much a cowboy hat and glamour shot away from being the adult versions of John Benet Ramsey. Not even right. Yeah. Now the captain's hammered, wearing only a pilot's hat and socks, taking back some of the land or not. Good times. The plane ride home, it's another story. Forget the walk of shame. This is an entire aircraft of shame. Heads down, no eye contact. You're pissed because they're at a ginger ale by the time they get to your aisle. The captain's shaky and unshaven at this point. The stewardesses are now selling Valtrex and the day after pill. But you have to have exact change. As the saying goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Unless it doesn't. Unless it comes home with you and makes its vaginal debut 9 months later. Oh my God, you guys, not me. No, I had exact change. Thanks, guys.
Everybody.